Hi, I'm Whitney Miller with MMAmania.com, and today I'm joined by Jon Franklin, the CEO of GLORY Kickboxing.
Hey Whitney, it's great to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah.
True pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here.
Of course, I ran right from lunch. I didn't scroll down on my emails. Wasn't quite sure when this was, but here we are, so all good.
But nonetheless, you made it right after lunch, so we're good to go.
Yeah, well fed.
Perfect. So you, since becoming the CEO of GLORY, you've part ways with Spike TV, you signed a long-term broadcast partnership with ESPN, and you're streaming your Super Fight series on UFC Fight Pass. So many things going on. What's next for GLORY?
Well, it's all good stuff. I mean, and a lot of new things happening. We're trying to institute like a direct pipeline to the American sports fan, and ESPN is great for that. In fact, today we're going to leave here, we're going to go over to Sports Center. I don't know if kickboxing has ever been on Sports Center, but we're bringing Simon and Marcus, Dustin, Jacoby, and Tiffany Time Bomb over to Sports Center. We're going to do some fun stuff there. So direct pipeline to the American sports fan, ESPN brings that. And then to reach the targeted MMA fans, the aficionados of kickboxing, we're on Fight Pass. So that's great as well. We're reaching out to the real aficionados of the sport. So we're covering the aficionados. We're trying to reach mainstream sports fans and trying to build GLORY around the world from the bottom up and from the top down.
Amazing, amazing. So kickboxing is already a mainstream sport across the world. And I think ESPN is obviously going to help you attract those kickboxing fans here in the US. Would you say so?
Yeah, I mean, that's the goal. Mainstream sports network. We're aligned with UFC, with Fight Pass. We're the #1 sports network in America, probably the world, here in America now, so that should help drive new fans. When we go to Amsterdam, when we go to Paris, when we go to Turkey, we fill up, we sell 10,000 seats, we have big arenas. It's, it feels like you're at a giant UFC event. In the U.S., we're still in a building phase with fans, with mainstream fans. So we're playing bigger arenas, we're getting more people all the time, but it's great because it leaves us somewhere to go. We're not there yet, but we're getting there.
We'll get there, that's what matters.
Yeah.
Tiffany Van Soest and Esma Hassan are headlining the first female fight for GLORY. Very exciting news there. Do you expect to see more female fighters in the GLORY ring?
Absolutely. We're going to make a big announcement tomorrow, right before our weigh-in. We're going to bring some other women out that we've signed. We're going to announce a new program for GLORY with women. So you've got to come and attend the weigh-in tomorrow for this event. Tiffany will be there, Esma will be there, plus some other surprise guests. It's going to be a big deal. It's a great start for GLORY. We all know how well females are doing. I went to the Invicta fight on Saturday night, Invicta in Costa Mesa. I hadn't been to an Invicta fight before. It was phenomenal. The girls just fight their hearts out. The crowd was going crazy. The level of the competition is amazing. So we want to bring a little bit of that over to GLORY, starting a female division.
Great.
Yeah.
Speaking of Invicta, you guys are both on UFC Fight Pass. Are you guys going to start working together a little bit more?
Well, we're doing some things together already. We're sharing Tiffany. She's going to do some MMA on Invicta, and she's going to kickbox with us. I think you'll start to see some other athletes doing that. Invicta is actually our licensed California promoter for this show. So generally we find a promoter in areas we go to. I'm licensed some places. Some of our other GLORY personnel are licensed in other jurisdictions. But here in California, we just went with Invicta because we were working with them last week, and we're working with them again here as our licensed promoter in California. So more and more stuff on tap, I think.
Sounds like it. Makes sense. Yeah. And lastly, what fight are you most looking forward to on Friday night?
I have to say Dustin Jacoby versus Simon Marcus. Dustin has come down a couple of weight classes to be a middleweight. He's looking faster all the time, but I don't think he's lost any of his knockout power. Simon Marcus comes from a Muay Thai background. He's quick, but if you've watched the last couple of fights, he's been clinching. These fights with Artem Levin have been very controversial. So you've got two very different style fighters coming in. Dustin has won his last 5 or 6 fights by knockout. He's walked his way through 3 tournaments at this point. So I was as looking at his record the other day, and he actually has lost all of his individual fights and won all of his tournament fights. So he is a tournament champion, and now he's fighting for the title. And I want to see an American, on top at some point. Maybe this is the time. I love Simon Marcus as well, but should be a great fight. Could go either way, but it should be a great fight.
Sounds like it. Well, it's this Friday, May 13th in Ontario, California. Thank you so much, Jon Franklin, for joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me. Hopefully we'll see you at Citizens Business Bank Arena on Friday, or watch us again on ESPN, live on ESPN 3, repeat Sunday night, ESPN 2, 9 o'clock Eastern time, so 6 o'clock here in California, and then Fight Pass obviously live at 7:30 on Friday. So join us either in person, on television. Look us up afterwards. Watch the weigh-in tomorrow, streaming live on Facebook, the new Facebook streaming app. We've got 600,000 fans on Facebook, and they're all going to get notified that they can watch our press conference announcing the new female division, and then in addition, the weigh-in live. So lots of ways to watch Glory this weekend.
Absolutely. Make sure you tune in.